Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of That Christian Vlogger, where you get to come and join me and experience faith in the first person. I know that many of you guys are new to this channel and you probably haven't met this lovely one yet.
Yeah, we have probably.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Well, for those of you who haven't met her yet, this is Emily. This is my beautiful wife. And so for today's video, I thought it would be kind of fun to share with you guys a story about like how we met. And we actually met on the West Coast in California, and so we're going to tell you kind of our story of how we got to know each other. So Emily actually was the one who was kind of initially interested, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all messy.
My hair's all messy.
My hair's all messy. We're just a mess today. Sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of like a more low-key day, which is kind of why I wanted to do a story time like this instead of trying to write like a whole video and stuff like that. Okay, but anyways, so how did we meet?
Well, I saw you first at a church up in Victorville, California. It's about 40 minutes north of San Bernardino, if you guys know where that area is. But anyways, he was doing an evangelistic series up at Victorville church for 3 weeks. How long was this?
Yeah, I was speaking for like 1 month at this church, and I was teaching, like doing these seminars over there, and you were there apparently, huh?
Yeah, well, during that time, I was going to school in California, and I had a 3-month practicum up in Victorville. So the host family that I was staying with during that practicum went to that church, and they said, oh, you should come to a couple of these meetings at night. So went to a couple of the meetings, and I saw him preaching.
She only ended up coming like 2. Apparently I'm not a good enough preacher for her to come back multiple times. She came like twice though.
Yeah, but you didn't even remember me, so.
There was like a couple hundred people that were there, and like I tried to shake everybody's hand, and apparently Emily introduced herself to me, and like
He didn't remember
I didn't
me.
remember her, unfortunately.
And so I was like, when he was preaching, I'm like, wow, this guy's a really good speaker. I wonder if he's married or something like that. I thought he was handsome, so I was like, after those 2 nights going to the series, I'm like, I'm probably not going to ever see him again, whatever. So you want to pick it up from there?
Yeah, okay, so that was like in
February.
February of 2014?
Yeah.
2014. And a few months later, this is around May time, there was an event down at the local Christian university, Loma Linda University, and they were having this event called speed dating. Now, if you've never gone speed dating before, the way it is, like you see it in the movies, like there's like a long table, there's like guys on one side, girls on the other, and everyone has kind of like a marathon bib on them, like it's like a number, like so you know, like say I'm number 16 and or whatever the case is. And there was a lot of people there. How many people were there?
I guess like 50 or more.
Yeah, there was a good number of people. And so basically what happens is you get like 5 minutes to talk to this person. Like not 5 minutes each, but 5 minutes total. And what happens is you start talking, and then like the bell will ring, and then you just like everyone shifts and you go to the next person. You do this for like apparently it was a couple hours. It's like an hour or two maybe.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a race car in the background.
And it's really itchy here. We keep itching our faces.
Yes, there's some bugs.
Bugs.
This is why I don't like going outside too much.
I love outside.
So you go and you cycle through, and then at the end of the night, you basically write down the bib number or the number of each person that like you felt like you connected with. So if I really liked this one girl, I write down her number, and then if I like this other girl, and you just kind of say, these are people I'm interested in. And then at the end of the night, you turn in all those numbers, and the event organizers check through the numbers and see, like, did the person that you wrote down, did they write down your number as well? And if there are any matches, then you basically end up getting each other's contact information and getting in touch with each other.
Yeah.
Now, I never really anticipated going to a speed dating event, but
either.
it was kind of funny. The church that I was working with, the same one where I met Emily at the Victorville church, like a bunch of the people that worked at the church ended up going out there. Like one of the other Bible teachers, like the secretary, and even like the pastor and myself, we were all going to go together, and just for fun, just like for a bucket list thing. And whoever would have thought that I would have met you there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you were there. Why were you there?
Well, I didn't want to go to it either. Like that day, it was a Saturday, I think, and I went to the beach with my friends that day just to kind of have a chill day. I came home and I was really tired from being in the sun and everything, and my friend Emily, who's also one of my roommates at the time.
she lived in a house with like 3 Emilys.
Yeah, so we all have the same name.
All of them a bunch of white girls. All of them drinking pumpkin spice lattes.
Stop. Anyways, so she was like, Emily, you have to go to this event. Just go. I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to get like my hair brushed and stuff. And she's like, just go. And like 10 minutes of prompting me, finally I got some, presentable clothes on and went to the speed dating event.
So we're at the event, and like you do all the registration and stuff like that, and like I'm sitting down at the table getting ready to go, and apparently you had saw me from across the room. So you get this, she saw me,
Yeah.
and her eyes get all big, and she's like, oh, there's the guy from the church, I saw him speak.
Yeah, you're the only person I recognized at the event. Maybe one or two other people. So
Yeah,
I was
I think I only knew like one person
yeah,
there.
so I'm like, I should go say hi to him, get to know him better,
So she runs across the room and like begs me to
Whatever.
sit. Just kidding. So we ended up talking together, and we like really hit it off. And the way that the speed dating works, they were like at the beginning, they give us like some advice on what to talk about. They're saying, hey, listen, you only have 5 minutes, so don't talk about like small things. Like talk about the things that are really important to you. Like they're saying, like, don't talk about music or your favorite food or your favorite color or stuff like that. Like, I mean, those are good details to know, but at the end of the day, it's like, well, that doesn't really tell you anything about compatibility. Like talk about what you love. And there were a lot of weird people there, like just some very interesting people.
Some guy like talked about video games the whole time and like comic books. I'm like, no.
Yeah, he came to you and he's like, okay, first question, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I mean, that's a cool question to ask. That'll be interesting, I guess. But like, that's definitely not the thing that's the most important thing to you in your life. Mm-hmm. And so we were starting talking, and the thing, at least for me, that stood out most to me, what Emily spoke about, was Emily actually talked about her time in the Philippines. Now, I am Filipino, but Emily has spent more time in the Philippines than I have. She was a missionary in the Philippines for how long?
About 8 months.
8 months,
Yeah.
so almost a year. And this was when you were in college?
In college, yeah.
So what were you doing there?
We were doing like a lot of different work, some clinical work, like assisting doctors and different, medical ventures, and also some Bible work, planning VBSs for the church there, and yeah, a lot of different things. So.
That's cool. So like out of all the things that she talked about, she talked a lot about her like mission work and like her passion for God and how she wanted to like try and be used to make the world a better place. And for me, that was instantly the thing that caught my attention. It's like, wow, this girl is awesome, and we're like hitting it off, and it's all great, and it was like a really cool conversation. And so yeah, we hit it off.
Yeah.
What stood out to you?
Probably like I was expecting him to talk about, him preaching and all this, ministry stuff, because that's where I knew him from, was when he was doing his seminar. But he started talking about like weightlifting and stuff, and I was just kind of like, oh, he's kind of like talking about other things, like this is good,
Okay, I don't want to like come across like as super self-conceited, or is that the word? Yeah, but I am a little bit, but like the reason why I did that is like I didn't want to like come across as like one-dimensional. So like in the conversation, she actually asked me, like, hey, were you the one that spoke at this church or whatever? I'm like, yeah, I am. And I didn't want to like start off with just saying all the like the religious stuff that I'm like really into and like my walk with God, and then come across as like this crazy person. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna say about some of my other passions to help her see like I'm not just like this one-dimensional. I'm just, all I like to do is read the Bible and pray and go sing hymns in the corner or whatever the case is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What are you doing with all these leaves?
I'm gonna throw them at the end.
You're gonna
Anyways.
Okay. So that's what I was talking about? That's what you liked, or what?
Yeah, that's what you were talking about, and it was good because I got to see like more sides of him. So I'm like, he's like, I was really impressed actually, because he's like, I compete for Olympic weightlifting. And I thought like he went to the Olympics. I was like, what? You like are in the Olympics? So I was like, but I didn't really understand the term Olympic weightlifting. It's just the move of the
the sport is called Olympic weightlifting, which I used to compete in quite a bit.
Yeah, so I was just like, this guy's really serious, like competing in the Olympics, like, wow.
So yeah, we went, and it was really, really cool. So we had like all of 5 minutes to talk and get together, and then by the end of the nights, I wrote down her name. Did you write down anyone else's name?
I wrote down, I think, 1 or 2 other people's. Yeah.
You hit it off with them?
I didn't even go on any dates with them.
So like the day after the event, we get the email, and like I get this information, and I'll even try to include the photos if I can still find them. Hopefully I can find them. The photo of Emily and my photo that we each took a different photo on that night. So they sent us an email with a photo and the phone number, And we went on our first date after that. Like I called her like the day after.
He was really wanting to get married. He called me. He called me. See, he called me. Pursuing right there.
So we called, and the rest is history. So yeah. Anything else you want to include from the story of our first meeting?
No, it was really fun. I mean, it seems like it's only like 2.5 years ago that we met, but it seems like so long ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We definitely moved rather quickly,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't always suggested, but it worked out for us. And our life has been kind of like a roller coaster lately. Not like up and down, but I mean just like it's been like all kinds of different adventures, and it's been really, really cool. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we sensed God leading, and then we got to know each other a little bit more, and yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It's been a fun journey.
Yeah, for sure. And now we're going all the way back to the West Coast.
Yay! Yeah, we're excited.
Cool.
Can I throw the leaves?
You want to throw the leaves?
I'm gonna throw these leaves.
Okay.
I love fall, so this is me throwing. Whee! Ah!
They probably didn't even see a single leaf.
Oh, that stings.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed this story time and you want to hear more stories, just let me know in the comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up and give me an idea. What kind of stories do you want to hear about? Do you want to hear about more relationship stuff, like our first date, which was exciting, or
Tips on dating?
you got some tips that you want to share with them?
No, you have tips.
I have tips. What
We
about
both
you?
have tips.
Okay, maybe if you want tips on dating or whatever, share with us in the comment section below what kind of stories you guys would like, and we'll do our best to share those stories with you guys. But until next time, I'm that Christian vlogger, and I'll encourage you to experience faith in the first person. God bless.
I think it's gonna be goofy.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Good job.
Thanks. I feel like I'm really squinting though, like for some reason. I'm gonna look more Asian than you, babe.